My name is Stan. You probably already know, but we'll get to that in a second on the next slide. So, what are we here for today? We're here to discuss a fundamental shift in logistics, moving from manual chaos to real-time accuracy. Most organizations accept warehouse errors as a cost of doing business. Today, we're going to prove that they are actually a choice, one that mobile automation can help you unmake. Okay? Before we look at the how, let's look at the who behind these strategies. And that's, yeah, you guessed it. That's me. My name is Stan. So I've spent over a decade in the trenches of warehouse and inventory management. My focus isn't just on software. It's on end-to-end efficiency for wholesalers, manufacturers, and e-commerce retailers who need to scale without breaking their operations. And here's exactly how we will spend our time today, our plan for the day. So we'll begin with the real cost of errors, figures that often surprise even a veteran GMs. Then we'll break down the 7 most critical errors and, most importantly, provide the specific mobile automation framework to eliminate them. Let's start with the hard truth, why these errors still exist in 2026. So, warehouses today face a perfect storm. Demand for faster shipping, shrinking margins, and a chronic labor shortage. When you try to meet those pressures using paper-based processes or disconnected Excel sheets, the system inevitably snaps. If your data isn't synced with your ERP in real time, you're managing by looking in the rearview mirror. It's in the past, so we got to move away from that. And that lag time has a very specific price tag. Let's explore that. An incorrect shipment costs $22 on average, and that's a conservative estimate. When 23% of your returns are caused by picking errors, you aren't just losing shipping costs. You are actually losing 67% of customers who will never reorder. It is 3 times more expensive to fix a mistake than to prevent it. And let's look at the first and most common drain on your revenue. Picking the wrong items. Manual picking relies on human memory and visual SKU matching. With mobile automation, we replace guessing with forced validation. A worker cannot confirm a pick until the barcode is scanned and verified against in the live WMS. It's the difference between a hopeful pick and a guaranteed one. But getting the right item is only half the battle. We also need the right count. And let's explore that. Manual counting leads to 2 outcomes. Overshipment, which is direct revenue loss, or undershipment, which causes customer friction. Mobile automation enforces quantity validation at the point of dispatch. This ensures your physical inventory matches your digital records every single time at each step. So accuracy doesn't start at shipping though. It starts at the dock. And let's look at the receiving mistakes. If you receive the wrong product on the wrong quantity at the dock, your inventory is wrong from day one. We use real-time barcode scanning against advanced shipping notices to ensure, or purchase orders, whichever system you have, they're all different, to ensure that what was ordered is what has arrived, updating your ERP instantly. So once that stock is in, we have to keep it visible. And, we at Cleverance, that's exactly what we do. We want to make sure from the moment that the stock, any kind of product, is coming in to your facility, we're properly making sure that it's entering the backend system. So the whole life cycle is actually going to be visible and it's actually going to be correct data. So let's go to the next one. Paper-based cycle counts are outdated the moment they're printed. Mobile automation provides guided tasks for workers validating the location of every move. This eliminates overstock that ties up your capital and understock that causes missed orders. Even with the right stock in the right place, a bad label can ruin everything, and we're moving towards the actual label systems, how we label, how we do it. Print on scan functionality actually removes the manual label risk. So manually printing and then searching for the right label is a recipe for delivery failure. Our print on scan solution generates labels directly from the system data at the moment of scanning. So if we want to, we have that option. We can print the labels at different stages. It ensures the label on the box matches the data in the ERP 100% of the time. Now, a correct label is useless if it's sent to the wrong destination. And let's explore the next slide, which is shipping to wrong locations. So the core message here is essentially digital dispatch validation protects your SLAs. So misleading a picking list or mixing shipments across orders leads to expensive return logistics and SLA penalties. Scan to verify functionality ensures that every shipment is loaded onto the right vehicle for the right destination. And now let's finally address the, what was I going to say here? The manager's blind spot. Yeah, when we're actually talking about, people who are trying to get all the reports together, trying to understand where things are, because they're getting some, some essentially pressure from the management as well, because they're just trying to understand where things are and what is causing all these essentially losses in the production or in any kind of facility. Realistically, any kind of operation dealing with with the manual paper-based process, they're essentially going to be losing a lot of cash that otherwise they wouldn't, as we talked about earlier. So lack of process visibility. Real-time dashboards move management from reactive to proactive. So without real-time tracking, you don't know if there is a delay until it's too late. Mobile automation gives managers live KPIs, so live KPI visibility, and digital task tracking. You can finally perform root cause analysis and manage your floor proactively based on data, not the gut feeling. Because we want to make sure that you're actually working with up-to-date data, not something that was updated last night, and then here you are trying to consolidate a couple of reports for your management, but in the back of your mind that there's been a lot of movement of stock since yesterday, so that your report is essentially not going to be accurate. So let's keep on going. Now that we've seen the errors, let's look at the transformation. So what mobile automation actually changes. This is the before and after. Where I'm just giving workers a gadget. We're shifting from guesswork and delayed information to scan-based validation and full traceability. The shift consistently reduces human error by over 90% based on our research. It's about 90 plus percent. And here let's talk about those operational changes translate directly into how these operational changes translate directly into business results. So radical improvements across the entire operations. That's what you can expect. When you implement these strategies of mobile automations, the numbers speak for themselves. So up to 90% reduction in picking errors. That's huge, because the picking errors are probably the biggest ones. They usually tank the business a lot. 60% faster receiving, huge, and 99% plus inventory accuracy. We aim for around 98 to 99% with our solution. So perhaps most importantly, you can onboard new employees two times faster, because the intelligence is in the system. You don't need the old school guy, that's been working for the 5 years. Now he needs to tell everyone how things are moving, where the locations are, where the product is. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Our system will take all that work for you. So everything is in the system. Now let's talk about the cost of not doing this. So if you keep on doing and I'm not talking specifically, you are doing something wrong. No, it's just a matter of, going forward with the technologies and setting yourself up properly for the future, because as the the economics, the way they're working right now, there's a lot of clients, all across all the verticals. There's a increase in logistics, and pretty much in all industries there's more what's the word, more need for product and stuff like that. Hopefully that made sense. Now let's talk about the cost of ineffective solutions, and before I do that, let me just open my window real quick. Sorry about that. All right, let's continue. All the talk about ineffective solutions and huge money losses got the temperature up in this room. All right, where were we? So the cost of ineffective solutions. That's right. Did I get my camera back on? Yeah, we're good. And you guys can hear me well? Yeah, everything is well. Sorry about that quick pause. All right. So many businesses try to save money by staying manual or using basic spreadsheets. Also, we've noticed a lot of them, as we talked about just a moment ago, try to increase headcount, get more employees in just to kind of speed up the process. But then with the cost of training them, with the amount of those, the human errors and stuff, they're actually spending more money at the end. Like, for example, I've seen a lot of companies try to do cycle counts, because they hire more people to do cycle counts, but at the end of the day, they still have, they don't have the data integrity that they were looking for after that cycle count is finished. It takes them like 1 month, 2 months. I've heard like 3 months that they're doing a full inventory count. And this is with the fact that they're getting many more employees to do this, crazy. And they're still losing money. So, and the data is still not there. So as you can see, manual checking is actually your most expensive option at $10,000 in monthly mistake-driven costs. Talking about the differences, right, of these ineffective solutions. Even a basic USB scanner only gets you halfway there, and these are band-aid solutions for a deep operational wound, essentially. And we want to get you from that, as I mentioned, so you can actually move forward at ease, knowing that all your data is up to date and you're not losing money each and every month on fixing these issues. Let our system fix the things for you. All right, let's get to the next one. So there's a right way to build this foundation, and I already got to the next slide. So what is the right way? A 4-pillar approach: barcoding, digital tools, training, and restructuring. Just to highlight those. Success requires a holistic approach. It starts with a comprehensive barcoding audit, setting up the right digital tools for on-site document management, and crucially, training your team. We don't just drop software, we help you restructure your processes to be barcode driven. So the result is a completely different operational reality. Essentially, the final system means zero paperwork. So you're not, uploading this Excel file into, or spreadsheets, whatever, Google Sheets into your backend system. You're not thinking of, okay, did my employee make sure that he got everything right on the paper? Even though I told him 10 times you got to do this way, he's still making those mistakes. Today, you're already stressing out about that. We don't want you to do that. So zero paperwork. We provide a convenient workplace for the mobile worker and total remote supervision for the manager. So again, we cover both sides of the story. The worker who's going to be more happier and much happier using the system, that he doesn't need to think of how things are going. He doesn't need to, recount his every step because he thinks he might have made a mistake when he put that pen to paper. Let the technology do the work for us. What else? Oh yeah, and for the management as well. Similar thing, just like how my opening statement was here. less stress for the management as well. Like they don't need to think it's like, oh, he's gonna make a mistake now. Like most likely there's gonna be some data integrity issues. That's gone. 99% accuracy. It's there. You don't need to think about that anymore. Think about scaling your business, getting more margins, not of fixing things within your operations. So every move is verified on site, and every status is updated in your ERP in real time. And that's not a huge thing. Two-way sub-second exchange with your ERP system. That's what we're providing with. That's what we'll be able to do. Where was I? Sorry, I got. All right. So, where were we? Sorry, I got distracted there for a second. All right. So, the financial impact of this shift is undeniable. Let's take a look at that. Just want to make sure everything's working correctly here because it's have been having some issues with my system, but that's okay. Now, yes, so let's talk about numbers. Compare the $120,000 yearly cost of manual checking to the $12,000 cost of Cleverance. This is obviously just some numbers that we've gathered based on our experience. Again, over 15,000 projects, have quite a lot of experience in this field. So have something to compare it to. So this is essentially saving $108,000 in a year, yearly, annually. So we aren't just an expense. We are a cost reduction strategy that pays for itself many times over. And, you know, if you think you're wrong, I think I'm wrong, sorry, get in contact with me. I'll prove you wrong. This is exactly how it works. All of these things that I've covered so far, losing money at each individual step is going to look something like this. And then with Cleverance, one time, said and done. Now you're, for the years ahead, you're set with proper automation solution. So let's look at the specific product capabilities that drive these savings. Because you're probably asking, how's that possible? Very simply. So, Cleverance software products. Our suite covers every touch point. So, Cleverance inventory, store ops, delivery ops, factory ops, as well as assets. These are all different applications going with exactly the same logic. It's all built on one platform, but for different verticals, essentially, for different scenarios, right? For different businesses. We also we have specialized modules as well for factory. And I guess, I already mentioned the factory and delivery, but that's kind of out there. So whether it's moving stock between cells or managing write-offs, we provide a unified digital thread. So that's another thing. Again, from the moment that the product comes in, whichever kind of business it is, to the moment that it comes out, we have full traceability. Now, what else did I want to mention here? The fact that all of our applications are already built, so it's not that we're building them from scratch. They're done. The only thing to mention there, pretty much every client wants some kind of customizations. That's why we spent some additional time with you to scope out the project properly, scope out what you have, and provide you with a solution that is tailored specifically to you. But don't think that we're going to be creating something from scratch. No, everything is already built and done. Now, let's move to the next one. So, what is Cleverance fundamentally? We enhance the efficiency of businesses dealing with real assets. We use smartphones, tablets, and rugged RFID devices to ensure information is consistent across your entire ERP system. It's about customizable workflows that match your specific business logic. Let's see this in action with a high-scale spare parts retailer. And we have a case study here. So this is APMG. They're a 3PL spare parts provider in Dubai. Both of these cases I'm going to be showing you today are based in UAE. Hold on. I have an issue here. One moment. So, yeah, and to give you some more information about them, so they had a custom ERP system, and they currently have it as well. And their issue was the workers were picking wrong spare parts because they didn't have proper digital automation system. They were doing things manually. So, with spare parts, everybody knows they have they can look exactly the same. Some parts, but the SKU is completely different. So that's why they were picking wrong product, sending wrong product to the customer. That obviously creates a lot of issues, a lot of money spent on the deliveries and returns. And having said this, this specific warehouse is huge, over 10,000 square meters, and they have over 100,000 SKUs. I don't think I mentioned that earlier, but if I did, that's okay. And the biggest thing that happened when they came up to us, they said, "Hey guys, can you provide us with a solution, because we have a custom ERP system, we need to connect to it somehow, we don't want to download or upload the Excel files, etc." We're able to provide them with that solution. So we integrated with their ERP system, gave all of their workers a mobile handheld device, and currently they're using, I think, over 20 mobile devices, and the results are great. So 4-time inventory turnover ratio increase, 99% reduction in staff errors. So great. Now, what else do I want to mention? Yeah, that's basically it. Let's go to the next one. So automation works just as effectively for smaller scale, high quality manufacturing as well. And this is where we have our second case for today, is Blacksmith Coffee Roastery, as I mentioned, also based in UAE. They had a different situation. They had a accounting system, which is QuickBooks Online, and they wanted a comprehensive inventory management system on top of that. And as most of you know, or maybe not, QuickBooks Online is an accounting software. It's not by any means an inventory management or like a full enterprise ERP system, right? So for them, they wanted to have full traceability from receiving raw materials to actually having the finished product, which is obviously, a cup of coffee for their client. So, and they reached out to us, and similarly with the previous case study, we were able to provide them with the solution exactly tailored for them and exactly the way they were expecting it to look like. So now they're tracing, raw beans, the different bags and stuff, and also tracking the deliveries of their couriers that are doing the actual deliveries of the finished coffee. So as you can see, the whole life cycle of the product, from when it's in raw material to a finished product, we have full traceability. And this is with a system that is doesn't even have these modules. So we took all of that onto our side of things, and the client is just seeing everything in one system, QuickBooks Online, without having to use multiple systems. By the way, if we're doing that, we can, have our backend that you'll never kind of see if you don't want to, and we want you to use your system that you're already used to on the computer, and then use our system on the actual mobile device, because essentially from the mobile handheld, we're mobile first, you can pretty much do everything. You can initiate operations without the need to walk to the desktop. It saves a lot of time. Okay, so what did I want to mention here? So you might be wondering, is this too complex for my team? I can assure you it's not. We offer seamless connectors for SAP, Oracle, QuickBooks, Microsoft Dynamics, Xero. Now we have Shopify, a couple of other ones. Just there's tons. So we already have those integrations ready. No complex data migration required. Our hardware is not hardware. Our software is not working with just specific hardware. We're actually hardware agnostic, so working even on a standard Android devices. So like if you have a smartphone that you want to test out our solution, you can actually go to our website and download it right now and upload some sample products, test it out, just using regular smartphone, running on Android. So most importantly, our interface is so intuitive that workers are typically up and running in under an hour. That's another huge thing, because I've got a lot of questions with how difficult is UI, how easy it is to teach or train the workers. Very simple. Yeah, usually takes about an hour. But we'll also provide the training, by the way. That's another thing to mention here. So you don't need to worry about how do we, we just leave you with our system. No, we provide a full solution. We train your IT team if necessary. We train your warehouse people. Everybody is in the loop, and it takes a couple of days to get everybody set up. All right, oh yeah, the deployment time. I didn't mention that. Or maybe I did. Usually takes 5 to 10 weeks when we have the integration ready. But as I mentioned, most of big ERP systems were integrated with them, so should not be an issue. But if not, we can get that integration ready as well quite quickly. But obviously, case by case. But yeah, usually 5 to 10 weeks, a whole project go live timeline. Amazing, I would say, based on my experience. These kind of projects usually span from 4 to 6 months to a year and more. And we are able to do this basically in under 2 months. Great results. Now, how to implement step by step. Sorry for the mouse, by the way, if anything. As I mentioned, I have a couple of new things today. Trying to step up our game, but it is coming at a little bit of, some issues. Yeah, it comes with some issues that, we'll fix as we move along, but that's okay. All right, so the guided low friction path to project implementation, step by step. So we start with a pre-sale brief to align on your goals. So we try to understand as much as possible that what you have currently going on, how the operation is looking like, what operations you actually currently have, the workflows, trying to understand what are the biggest pain points, and it's okay to talk about them, because I've seen a lot of companies, a lot of clients, they don't want to say, they think it's like a, like a mystery. It's like, no, we all know the issues. It's just, it would make everybody's life much easier, and your management as well, if you just, let us know what's going on, and we can tell you exactly, okay, then this is what we can do for you. This is what it's going to look like in numbers. Let's get it started. So from there, after we have that pre-sale brief, you get a dedicated project manager and a hands-on demo. Okay. With the demo, we have multiple ways to show you, with different systems, but with like a full demonstration with your sample data and stuff, we can also get that done, but usually that's part of the POC. But we have all different ways to show you. The main thing to show is the mobile application, of course, and we're able to show that very quickly. So then we provide a personalized commercial offer based on your specific scope. So that's why I mentioned the more information we know, the better. We can scope it properly, get it done quickly. And we don't just sell software, we partner on implementation as well. So, if we have multiple partners who help us out locally, it makes it easier, when there's a language barrier, if we're talking with someone who from other countries that, that we can't really communicate really well to, don't worry about it. We have partners across the globe who are happy to implement our system that are speaking in your local language. So let's move on. So how do you know if today is the day to start? Good line. Essentially, automation is the answer to scaling pains and customer churn. Like, there's no other way of putting it. So, and again, how do we know the time to start? It's pretty simple. If your error rates are growing, if you're adding new SKUs or locations, you're scaling, the volume is growing, or you're getting a lot of customer complaints that are causing these, some issues, churn with the clients, the time is now. And realistically, the time was yesterday. But let's at least do it today, at least this year. Automation isn't just for giant warehouses, because a lot of businesses actually think that. It's not really. It's for any business, where manual mistakes are costing more than the solution. So we work with smaller businesses that are just starting up, as well as huge enterprise conglomerates, that are managing like different verticals and huge warehouses, multiple facilities. They have production and then the warehousing, like the full cycle. So don't think that this is just for enterprise. We're talking about anybody who is just starting up, even if they just have, just like the case study that I showed, right? If you just have an accounting system, for example, Zoho Books, Tally, we can work with that as well. Get you one of the devices set up. You have at least one mobile handheld with our solution on there, with our application connected with your accounting system in this example that I'm trying to explain. And that's it. You're already starting to get the whole concept of getting proper data exchanged back and forth between the systems. So your accounting is on point, your inventory is on point, you have full visibility. As you scale, maybe you want to go to a full enterprise ERP system. Go ahead, we already got that covered. So now you get in the point as you're scaling, you don't need to think and you don't need to switch to any other systems as you move progressively as you're growing. So that's a big thing to mention. So if you ever thought that this is just for starting with mid-sized businesses and going to enterprise, not really. You can start at any point, and we can help you out with that. So give us a call. Now, to wrap up, let's look at the core takeaways. So the most important thing to remember is that most warehouse errors are preventable. And a lot of people, as I mentioned, they think that's not. No, it is actually preventable. Validation at the source eliminates mistakes before they ever reach the customer. So as I kind of spent a lot of time on that on the last slide, again, you can start small, automate one process, see ROI within months. Okay. I guess here I'm talking more about, just to kind of provide some clarification on that. Talking about the fact that we can start with something basic. For example, a lot of companies I've noticed the cycle counts, the inventory, the full inventory counts take forever, months, as I mentioned in some cases. For others, they literally have to outsource and get companies to come in to do the cycle counts. There are businesses that are just built on that. Why wouldn't you want to do that on your own? Like, for example, even if you just want to do that for cycle counts, get one device, get one person, and once a month, he's just using our system just to do a quick cycle count. The setup is going to be very quick, very simple. Obviously, the cost is going to be very, very small as well. And then, as you're moving along, you're thinking, okay, Cleverness is great for the cycle counts are on point. I used to do them in like 12 hours. Now I'm doing them in 1.5 hours. Great, start implementing our other operations. For example, shipping and picking, all these things that you can do with us. And yeah, it doesn't have to be a full project right off the bat. We can do it step by step. So keep that in mind. What else to mention here? I think that's about it. Oh yeah, as a thank you for joining, I have a resource for you, right? We have that free guide. This is, immediately following this session, you'll receive that PDF guide, 5 stages of increasing ROI with warehouse automation. It's essentially a strategic blueprint to help you evaluate your current state and plan your next move. And I will leave you with my direct contact information. I think, I have everything here set up. To close it up, if you're ready to stop the $22 per error leak in your warehouse, let's talk. You can reach me directly via email or book a demo through the link provided. Thank you for your time today. Let's turn your warehouse into a center of real-time accuracy. And I want to also have a little closing statement. So we spent the last, I think, around 40 minutes deconstructing why warehouses fail and how they can succeed. The difference between a struggling operation and a market leader isn't the size of their team, it's the integrity of their data. That's the biggest message that I want you to take out of today. By choosing to eliminate these 7 errors through mobile automation, you aren't just buying software. you're securing your margins, protecting your reputation, and building a foundation for scalable growth. I look forward to helping you move from manual chaos to a future of real-time precision. Let's start that conversation today. That's what I wanted to leave you with. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Once again, give us a call, contact us. We'll get you sorted out and start moving you to a proper digital business. Thank you so much. My name is Stan, and I look forward to the next time. Bye-bye.